Hey guys, welcome to Couch Hour. This is a podcast I started because I have a lot of shit that I need to get off my chest, and hopefully, my experiences that I've gone through and shit that I'm going through right now will reach an audience that can either help me or I can help them, just be there and let people know that, hey, you're not alone. You are not alone. So, on Couch Hour, we take a beverage of your choice. This is mine because that's all I've got here. And we sit, we talk, and get things across. Um, I will have also other hosts with me and everything. It's just a matter of finding time and whatnot. They're just my friends. So, but yeah, this is episode 1. This is Kiwi. I don't like her. But she will most likely be annoying and in it and whatever. So you just gonna have to bear with me in here. Um, but a little introduction. My name is Jaden. I live in Wyoming. Um, I've gone through a lot of stuff in my childhood, and I am going through a lot of things right now as well. And I feel bad for telling my friends, beating the same fucking horse over and over again about certain things. So it's like, why not just spill all my feelings and my emotions out on camera and hopefully help someone or someone can help me and just let people know that you're not alone in these certain situations. Um Also, happy late 4th. This is filmed on July 5th. I am sunburnt. I had a great time yesterday with my friends. I'm wearing the sunglasses because it's bright as fuck in my living room, and I just look cooler. I guess I don't know. I might end up crying, so you gotta put on the sunshades. So but yeah, I just decided that today I'm going to start filming it, and hopefully I can get my editing to work and everything like that, so I can upload a video. I'll post clips on my TikTok. Um, so yeah, strap in, drink up and listen up because stuff is about to go down. Alrighty. So, first, crack open your beverage, if I can. Oh, yeah. She's perfect. She's ready. And I'm perfect and ready because I've got a lot of stuff. So, I really don't know where to start because there's so many things that I could talk about. I could talk about, like, shit that I've gone through when I was younger. And I could talk about stuff that I'm going through right now. And I've like given a lot of thought about it, and it's just like right now what I'm going through is kind of changing me as a person. My whole mindset, like as Cody Jenks said, my whole view of the world has changed. That's pretty much what's been happening to me. So we're going to talk about what I'm going through and just, stuff that I've noticed and heard and everything like that that applies to me, and just like kind of debrief on my feelings on it and everything, because he probably will watch this. I don't know. His best friend's all up in my fucking reposts, fucking harassing me on TikTok. He was harassing me on Snapchat. So, I don't give a fuck who watches this, honestly. It could just be my closest friends and some of my enemies, whatever. Ooh. Um, but here it goes. So, I just moved my stand. Oh my god. Okay. So, everyone's been in relationships. Everyone's had a couple where it didn't hurt, whatever, and there's been some that literally like makes you never want to date again. And I'm in that situation right now where I never want to date again ever. I I was with this guy for since I met him in October. He asked me to be his girlfriend in December, and he left about 2 weeks ago. Just up and left. So we were together. I mean, it wasn't like for a full year, but he had that much of an impact on me, my friends, my family, everything like that. He was, let me emphasize on the was because I don't even fucking recognize him anymore. But that's besides the point. He was the kindest and caring man I have ever met. When I met him, I was in my phase where I did not give a fuck about nobody. I literally just went to work, drank, fucked around, whatever. Because I had just gotten out of a 4 year relationship. And that 4 year relationship went downhill really fast. Just from a lot of stuff. I'm not going to say anything just because, you know, it's, we've been done for about a year, 2 years. I don't know. Excuse me. That's going to be happening a lot. Um, anyway, he literally made me become better for myself. I know that you'll be like, oh, you need to become better for yourself. Like you don't need anyone to tell. No, that's a fucking lie. Because there are going to be people that in your life, friends, family, significant others, strangers even, that will just make you become better for yourself when you have no motivation to. And that's exactly what the position I was in with him. I started eating again. I started taking care of myself again because I suffer from anxiety and depression very, very badly. I've had it for the longest time. I've tried pills. I go to therapy. I journal. Um, Obviously, nothing's really working. I mean, whatever. But yeah, I suffer from all that stuff. So it's kind of hard to take care of yourself when there's nothing really to look forward to. And when he came into my life, I was kind of like taken aback. I was like, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship. I'm not good. I'm not, I'm not myself. And he didn't care. He looked past that and was like, I just want to be with you. I like you for you. And so he treated me so good for the amount of time that we were in, longer than my 4 year relationship ever did. Okay. My friends can attest to that. My family can. Like, I would not stop talking about this guy. He literally was the light in the dark. And we rushed. Yeah. Our relationship was rushed. There's a lot of situations going on at the time, and I let him move in with me. And then at like, we knew each other for probably 4 or 5 months. No. Yeah, 4 months. We knew each other, but we had been dating for about a month and a half ish when he moved in with me. And it was fine. I just, I worked, paid our rent, paid to take care of his dog, paid to feed us. Like, I worked, everything like that. And he was going through his own things, so I'm not faulting him for that. And then I decided I told him that I was moving to Wyoming regardless of who was in my life or what I was like in. I'm moving to Wyoming at the end of my lease of this house. And he was like, "Okay, let's go." He was all aboard for it. Let me make this clear. I did not force him to move with me here. This is all him. I was going with or without him. Yeah, let's do it. I need a fresh start anyway. I was like, perfect. Oh my god, I'm gonna marry this man. Like, I literally, like, he held my mom's engagement ring in his little like little tiny toolboxes that I bought for us. Um, that sat on the like our end tables or whatever on the side of our beds. He held that ring on, and he was like, yeah, he was going to be the one. We get down here, we start a job. I find us a house. I find us a job. I have friends. They like all love him. They want, they're like, you're a part of our group now. Because within my friend group, once you're in, we've got your back, like, no matter what. He had everything. But a month living here, he up and left. Said, I'm unhappy. I want to go back. I want to live with my best friend. I want to help him with this business. I was like, okay, I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm glad that you realized that. But I was like, we could have had a sat down conversation like adults that we are. He's younger than me, by the way. We could have sat down and talked, you know. But it was just a decision one day after work. He blew up, packed his shit, and left the next morning. I was like, okay, so can we do long distance? He was iffy on it just because he was scared that, you know, it wasn't going to work. Like, he was going to be busy with work all the time and we wouldn't get to see each other. And I would be busy with work because I work 4 days, 5 days out of the week, depending on how far behind we are, which we're very far behind right now ever since he left. Um, but I'm like, I'm willing to make it work because I have so much love for you. So then we're kind of, trying to get adjusted, whatever. I'm trying to get adjusted. I didn't have a full 24 hours to process everything that was going on. It just happened and then he left. So I'm going through my own stuff. He's trying to get adjusted down there and everything. He goes to a party. First of all, I don't have anything going. I don't have anything with significant others going to parties. Okay? If you have so much trust in everything, go for it. Like, I've been in a position where I would go to a party or I want to go to a party and someone would say, "Oh, I don't feel like you want to go." I respect that. Whatever. But I wasn't going to do that with him because I was like, okay, well, if we are truly still together and, you know, I'm his bugs, that's what he used to call me. So no one ever fucking call me bugs again. Um then whatever, I just want him to have fun. 3 people, his friends and people that I met through him, text me, "Hey, he's saying that, are you guys still together?" "Yeah, why? Like, we just talked this morning that we're still together. Why?" "He's saying that you're not together and that his friend's making his profile look better so that he can add more bitches." I was like, "Oh, okay." One person sent it. I was like, meh, I don't know. Then another, and then another. And I was like, okay, I need to talk to him about this. So I talked to him. I was like, hey, why are people saying this? Why are they saying this? And it wasn't like I was accusing him. Okay? I have been in a relationship where I was cheated on and I got back together and cheated on and got back. I wasn't accusing him because he's told me a million times that he hates that cheating is a thing and that people would do that. And I grew up in the situation where our family cheated on each other. Like, like there's just a lot of cheating going on. So I wasn't accusing him. I would never accuse him of, well, I would never accuse him until now of cheating. And it blew up. He literally blew up. His friend texted me off of my ex's phone and was like, "You guys aren't good." Like, just forcing all of this, just being like, "You're done." Meh, 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 meh. Like, would not even listen to me or what I had to say or anything. And then, week later, he's got a new girl. 3 years off and on, but I got her. Or something like that is what it said. I'm like, oh, so you were cheating. And I repost stuff on TikTok like everyone does. And his friend confirmed it to me when he was harassing me on TikTok that she was here before me. Let me say one fucking thing right now. If you have a person that you would drop everything you have, friends, your significant other, family, everything for, if they entertained you or say they wanted you, don't be in a fucking relationship. Don't fucking do it. Because you hurt so many people by doing that. He lied to me saying, "Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work, we can try it." Then to, "I'm not ready for a relationship, I wanna be by myself." To posted up with a new fucking bitch. Usually when my ex or like past situationships get with new people, I don't hate on them right away. because I'm like, I don't know them. I truly don't know them. I'm not gonna say you're ugly, you're anything like that. I'm a girl's girl. But from what I have seen and confirmed, and evidence, and people talking to me, she knew that we were together. She knew about our situation, reached out to him. So that automatically, as a girl, makes you fucking ugly. So ugly. Because what are you doing? What are you fucking doing with your life if you're doing that? And obviously, his like what him and his best friend, his butt fucking buddy, nothing against gays, I'm just whatever they have going on, they're obviously not trying to become better for themselves. They're not trying to be adults like they should be. Here I am dealing with all of this mess that you left. Dealing with my emotions, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And just trying to pick myself up after all of this betrayal and heartbreak. But you're out there already with a new person, rubbing it in my face, rubbing it to all my friends' faces. Like, no. That is childish. Grow the fuck up. I My mom died a year and a half ago. I don't want a pity party about it. I'm just for the context, which I'll get into it in another episode or whatever. She died a year and a half ago, and he was there for my 1 year, like the year, 1 year death anniversary. He didn't tell me, oh, it's gonna be okay, or you need to move on, or, you know, your guys' relationship wasn't that well towards the end, because it wasn't. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't. He sat there and held me, rubbed my hair, kissed my forehead, wiped my tears, and just held me and let me have my emotions. My ex, when I found out she had died, because I was with him when she had died, I had to beg him to come to my house because I didn't want to be alone. Yeah, my first ex was not a very good boyfriend. He's a good person, but not a very good boyfriend. This ex, however, was a good person and was a good boyfriend. He sat there and held me. I remember it to this day. I will never fucking forget it. He said, I want to go, when we move to Wyoming, I want to go and meet your mom. I want to go sit at her grave and talk to her and thank her for giving me my bugs. I will never fucking forget that sentence. No one, no one has wanted to learn about my mom or try and talk to her, even though she's dead. They all get awkward and sad around me, and then they change the subject. Like, I'm not allowed to talk about my mom, even though I'm a spitting image of her. I get reminded every fucking day, and now I'm starting to act like her because this fucking dumbass decided to break my heart and have this full of betrayal and have his little fucking friend gang up on me and fucking harass me. My point is, I guess, is I probably will never get over him. Honestly. I mean, I can act like during the day I can act like I don't like him. I fucking hate his soul. I hope he dies. Because that's how he's made me feel. He has made me feel that there's no more to life. And I'm honestly turning back into the person I was before him. And I'm not too mad about it right now. But I wish it didn't have to be that way. Um I don't know. I'm Don't be in a fucking relationship if there's going to be another fucking person from your past that you would automatically run to. It's not fair to everyone else. It is not fair to the people that love you and want what's best for you. If he would have straight up told me the truth, yeah, I'd probably be hurt about it. But it probably wouldn't have altered my view on life as much as it did. Because now all I do, I wake up, think about him, go to work, think about him. Because he's supposed to be working with me. We're supposed to drive to work together. Come home from work. Maybe go get something to eat, because I haven't been eating lately. Do not do anything that I say. It's not good. But we'd always go order some food from someplace, or I'd make supper. Hang out, play games together, or hang out with my friends together, and then go to bed together. For the first 2 weeks that he was gone, I slept on this fucking couch. I went into the bedroom to grab clothes, and that's it. I wouldn't be in there as long. The office, so we have another extra bedroom, but it was supposed to be his office. He still has his sign, like his license plate with his name on it in there. That was his space where he played his games. I have not been in there once. Except to get my computer so I can start doing my podcast. Like, I see couples, which I'm happy for people being together, don't get me wrong, because I was so in love at once. I would have done anything for this fucking man. Now all I see is me and him, and it makes me just want to, just be done. Be done. Like, 4th of July. I was on a boat all day, having so much fun with my friends, and then we went up to the mountain, watched some fireworks, just had a really good time. I had so much fun yesterday, but he was supposed to be there. He was supposed to be doing these things with us because he would have loved it. He would have. We did not have a care in the world. We were just my big friend group just having fun. And sorry, I literally woke up. I'm still in my PJs, but I don't really care. It's just, he's like, as Lexi Gray said in Grey's Anatomy, he's like a disease. He is in my system, and there's no way he can get out of it. No way. Like, honestly, I think that I'm like, I love you, I care about you, and if you were ever to make an effort to come back into my life, I would let you. But right now, you are a terrible human being, and I wish you the worst, because that's what you've done to me. He knew that I was insecure about my body. He knew I was insecure about a lot of things about me, and the minute he got with this girl, he made sure I knew. So that just kind of speaks to what kind of person you are. Like, he had this whole 180 thing going on where, he was still very nice to me and, like, talked to me and everything when he left. And then his little friend was talking in his ear. Yeah. Also, can I also fucking mention that his friend was trying to hit on me too? While me and him were still, like, when he was at this party. He had texted me separately, like, not from my ex's phone, but from his phone. His friend. I had posted a selfie on my story because I had gotten looked good. I was supposed to be going to a little street dance in the next town over. Started saying some very fucking sexual, inappropriate things. And I was like, what the fuck? And I started saying, I love blank, his name. I love him. There's no one, it's not going to be anyone else but him. Like, this is not how I was supposed to talk. Like, this was not how I was supposed to go. Then he started making me feel like a piece of shit. He started making me feel like I did not deserve to be on this earth. So, that just kind of tells you how his friends are, or his friend, and what kind of environment he's in. Because my friends, even though they've seen me so broken, so hurt, and being used by this guy, they were like, we want him to come back. He was such a good time. And if it's money that he's so worried about, we can get him a good paying job. It's not hard. Like, they still have respect for him and everything. They don't see me over here fucking. They weren't shitting on him and everything like that. But your friends were shitting on me. Doesn't sound like a good friend to me, but that's just me. Relationships fucking suck. I'm gonna say that right now. If you're in a happy relationship, I am so happy for you. Because that's all I've ever wanted. Because my plan in my life is to be married and have kids by 25. I want it because I grew up in a shitty fucking situation with my parents, my family. I want it done now. Because nothing lasts forever. And if I can have that now, then it'd be perfect life. And he wanted the same thing. But he also wanted me to be a housewife while also working. So it's like, okay, I get up at 7, I get home by 5:30. You want the house spotless clean, you want dinner cooked, dishes washed, laundry folded, showered, and still have spend time with you? Like, that's not possible. Like, you have to give me some leniency here. He said that I didn't love him. Right. I'm not even going to go into that. That I didn't appreciate him enough, which, I mean, I got comfortable. I will say that. We were living together. We have these jobs. We have our dogs. Like, I was comfortable. I got comfortable because I'm like, he promised and he reassured me every single day that he wasn't leaving. There wasn't another girl. There was never going to be anything that could tear us apart. Right. Right. So, during the day, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I have so many people waiting in line for me. But then at night, it's like, I can't get over him. I can't. He can send me as many pictures of this girl he wants. I don't really give a fuck. I don't like her. Obviously, I don't, because she tore our relationship apart. I'm not gonna waste my time on her. Hello. I'm not gonna let it affect me. I mean, of course, it's going to affect me somehow, but I'm not gonna give him the pleasure of letting it affect me, because that's what he wants. I saw this thing the other day where it's like, there are two people after a relationship ends. There's the one that fills the void and gets with another person, not because they actually love them and want to be with them, it's just out of spite because they want to make the other person mad. Then there's the other person who has to deal with all the feelings, all the heartbreak, the mess that they made, and try to figure out who they are again. You see where I'm going here? He's doing this, and if she fucking sees it, I don't give a fuck. But he probably doesn't truly. If you are a rebound, he and says, "Oh, let's be together. I want to marry you." Blah blah blah. He does not fucking love you. He's doing it only out of spite to make his ex mad. I was mad about it. I didn't let it affect me. And then he started talking shit, and I talked shit back. And he didn't like that. I'm here. Yeah, I've got hoes. I'm gonna be fully fucking honest. Doesn't mean I'm doing anything with them. Turning back into my own self, where I'm just fucking having someone to talk to. I literally talk to these people that I meet, these men that want me, about my ex. Because I can't get over it. Like, that's how fucking, you know, I don't want a fucking relationship. I never want to be in a fucking relationship again. I never want to go through the whole, what's your name? Where are you from? What do you do for work? What's your favorite? No. No. There are two people in my life, or have been in my life, that know that stuff. And both of my exes. I'm not sitting through awkward first dates and reintroducing or like introducing them to my family and everything, because I've done that twice and look how it's ended up for me. Everyone's like, oh, hot girl summer, like, you need to get over him. You deserve so much better. Okay, you might be right. Doesn't mean that I'm just gonna get over it just like that. Sorry. He's the one person that I'm going to tell my children, if I ever decide to have a relationship and have children, he is going to be the one I tell my daughter about when she experiences her first heartbreak in high school. You know, it's just, we weren't together that long. Almost a year. I mean, it's long, but not long, like, compared to my other relationship. But we went through so much together, and he just made me become a better person. Like, I've lost probably about 15, 20 pounds since he's left. Disclaimer, don't do anything I do. But in a relationship, I was fat, I was happy, I was loved. And when I moved on to Wyoming, I was in the place that I wanted to be. I had the man of my dreams. I had the job that I wanted. I have the friends. I I had everything. And he went and fucked it up for me. His friends saying, you drove him away. By what? Loving him? Having too much shit wrong with me? Because I remember when he told me that no matter what my situation was in the past or how I grew up and everything, he didn't care. He loved me for me, and he wanted to grow and do better with each other. Sorry I got comfortable. Sorry I didn't appreciate you enough. I'm sorry I didn't realize I had to say thank you after every little thing you did. I didn't realize I had to say thank you after we fucked, or thank you for giving me a blanket, or opening the door. Every little thing. Sorry about that. Sorry I didn't fucking suck your all the time like you wanted. Not what I do. He tells me, "Oh, we don't I never wanted to you because you don't take care of yourself." Okay? Sorry. Sorry I have your girlfriend works at a fucking boutique or has daddy's money or fucking whatever, but I have a big girl job that requires me dressing like a man outside for most of the fucking day. Sorry. Sorry I get so exhausted sometimes I just fall asleep without showering. Sorry I'm fucking depressed and I don't want to take care of myself sometimes. I want to stay friends. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, right. What I've learned is that relationships require communication and respect. Communication wise, like, I don't know, talk to me if you're feeling unhappy, or talk to me about your feelings, because I'm your girlfriend. I want to be able to help in any way I can, because that's all I've ever wanted to fucking do is help, be there for you. Oh, pause. Hold on. You look like a fucking jacked. It's not. It's just arm fat. Promise you. Communication is just. I sucked at communication at the beginning of me and this guy's relationship. Do not get me wrong. I would hold things in and just like be silent until it blew up one day. Then I got better about it. And the whole reason why he decided to just up and leave that day was because instead of me holding it in, I talked to him about what I was feeling. And he turned it around on me saying that I was, a piece of shit, whatever. So it's like, I can't say anything. You want me to say something, but then it gets turned around and thrown back in my face. Like, no, thank you. I will be sticking to myself now. But that's like kind of the whole reason why I started this podcast, is because I can't keep beating the same dead horse to my friends, and I can't keep writing until my fucking arm cramps, and I can't keep it to myself. So it's like, well, if I can reach an audience, so be it. If I can help someone, so be it. Um, Respect in a relationship is a big one too. Me and my ex, not the one that I just that just broke up with me, but my first, like my 4 year long ex. We were together for 4 years and we started living together. And then he left in the middle of the lease. So obviously, like, he still had stuff at the house. He just like decided to leave, like he was going back to his parents. Whatever. And I was with my recent ex, and my 4 year ex would text me or call me being like, hey, like, do you want to send me rent? Because I would send him the rent so he could send it to our landlord for a while, or like, whatever. Or he'd be like, hey, do you have time? Can I come pick up this and this? Like, he's a busy guy. He's got this big boy job, so it's like it's kind of hard for him to find time. And so, like, obviously, I didn't have his number blocked. I didn't have his Snap blocked, whatever. And then when I moved down here, my recent ex was like, you need to get rid of him as soon as we get here. I said, well, I don't have my deposit back yet, because that was the one thing I was like still in contact with him for, is I don't have my deposit back. It was $450. So I'm like, I'm not gonna just never get that back. Like, fuck no. And he didn't like the fact that I still had his number. And then my ex, my 4 year ex, was like, well, I'm just gonna add you on Snap because I don't know I don't know how to unblock your number on, like, on the actual phone. I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but whatever. I said, plus, if it's on Snap, then I can show my recent ex. I should just start giving nicknames for these guys at this point. 4 year X is gonna be 4 year X is gonna just stay 4 year X, and then my recent X is gonna be um almost maybe, or my almost forever, because that's his name in my phone. Almost forever. So almost forever was getting pissy at me, pretending like I was still entertaining 4 year X. And I'm like, no, I'm living with you. I want nothing for but you. Like, you're all over my social media. I fucking talk to everyone about you. Like, what the fuck? And that was a point that he brought into our conversation, was, oh, your ex, you still talk to your ex. I'm like, that's because I wanted my fucking money back. I don't care what he does with his life. I hope he does good. I hope whatever. I mean, he was a big part of my life. He was my high school sweetheart. Like, yes, obviously, like, and we went through a lot of shit. Like, 4 year ex almost died, and like, yeah, he was a big part of my life. I'm not gonna just be like, ignore him. But also, it's just like, I'm only talking to him or in contact with him for my fucking deposit back, so that we can have more money for ourselves, you know? And he brought that up, and I was like, huh, funny. There was, he removed all the girls off his Snap except for like four. One of them was his girl best friend, which would call him most random times and ask and talk about fucking boy problems, which I was a little annoyed at, but whatever. I never met her, so obviously I had a little feelings about that. And then there were these three other girls that were family friends or close friends or whatever. I was like, okay. Because obviously I have guy best friends. I live in Wyoming. There's a lot more fucking guys that have the same interests as me than girls here. And my fucking best friend, who will most likely be on the show soon, I grew up with him since I was 5 years old. I have pictures of us literally like growing up every time I'd come and visit, and when I used to live here until now. Like, okay. And then he met my other one that I made friends with in college, because there's a night that South Dakota guy best friend wanted to come over and drink, because that's literally what me and him would do, would just sit there and fucking drink. And Almost Forever was like, I haven't met him, I don't feel comfortable with it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So come over on a night where we can all meet and you can meet and whatever. They turned out to be best friends. And my guy best friend from South Dakota talked to him more than he talked to me. But did I meet any of those girls on your phone? No. Like, what the fuck, dude? Another. Hold, please. Friends in fucking relationships. I get it that you are best friends with people. I have best friends. I have my guy best friends, and I have a couple girl best friends. I tell them everything. Everything. TMI or not. But I never go to my best friends about my relationship if we're fighting or something until there's disrespect involved. Until there's something said. I'll give you an example. So, let's just say, okay, the night of this party, 2 weeks ago, I don't know why I said party like that, Jesus. When, so after Almost Forever moved, he went to this party, we were still together. Then I got people telling me that, no, he says you're done, blah, 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 whatever. So, he let his friend take his phone to tell me that I am an awful person and that me and Almost Forever won't work and like I need to leave him alone, blah 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 blah. That's when I texted my best friends. And I was like, this is what's happening right now. Because before then I was supposed to go to the street dance with them and everything like that, or a truck show, whichever one came first or whatever. And I was like, this is not their problem. This is my relationship. Um then Almost Forever's best friend texted me off of his phone, like off of his own phone, and started saying those things. Like, you need to look at your friends, because if your friends are wanting to get with your ex right when you break up, no. If it was the other way around, where I broke up with him and my best friend was like, hey, like sliding into his DMs and whatnot, like, no, I'd be like, okay, you're not my friend anymore. I will go to my friends and be like, okay, this is what's happening. Am I in the wrong? And like, just give me your point of view. Like, if you were in my shoes or you were in his shoes, like, what would you want? Like, what is your point of view? I don't tell them and bash them and make them feel like my significant other is a POS, because there's a lot of people that did not like Almost Forever and me being together. They're like, you deserve so much better. He's got nothing going on for his life. I've even had his friends tell me that I was the best girl he's ever had in his life and that you are making him do better and like, please don't give up on him. I wasn't giving up on him because I was madly in love with him. And now his same friends are like, we don't know what he's doing with his life. We are honestly shocked and disappointed. So, friends and relationships don't fucking mix. And now that Almost Forever's friend is harassing me on TikToks and my reposts and everything, I didn't realize we had a third person in our relationship. What? I didn't realize we had a threesome fucking relationship. I'm not for that. I mean, if you guys have like, an open relationship, whatever, or multiple people in your relationship, good for you. I'm glad you could do it. I could not. I'm possessive. I'm jealous. I'm overprotective. Whatever. But didn't realize that I was dating another guy, or that he was dating me and he knew everything about me. Which is another fucking shitty thing about relationships and breakups, is that this Almost Forever knows everything about me. Some things not even my closest friends know about me. Well, I'm sure now they do, just after everything. Ooh, calm down. And the minute I start hearing that he's talking about my life and my I don't give I don't care if you call me a shitty person, POS, ugly, whatever, cuz I know I'm not ugly. I know that I'm not a piece of shit because I've never done anything like this before. And you can call me whatever you want, but the minute you start talking about my experiences and my things that I've gone through as to become a person or my family or my friends, then all hell's gonna break loose. I've got people that'll make sure that you can never step foot in this state again. I've got people in South Dakota that will make sure and tell me everything. I have people still telling me things. I don't know what the actual story is on how Almost Forever got with this new chick, but I'm pretty fairly certain that it was because she texted him begging for him and he up and left and went to be with her. So it's like, you left a good girl for a good time for someone that's probably going to play you in your face again because he's told me about his ex-girlfriends and everything. Whatever. I would like to have him back, honestly. Like, I would probably, if he decided one day that he wanted me back, I'd just be like, okay, well, you have to make amends with my family. You have to make amends with my friends. You have to make amends with people you fucked over here for your job. Um, you have to make amends with me, and then maybe I'll give you a chance. Because when I met him off of Tinder, and he was one of my fucking hundreds of hoes that I had, and I decided to pick him. So it's like, well, I'm back at that again, but this time I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just looking for people to talk to. So it's like, well, yeah, you can come back. Just make sure that you know you're only an option, and you actually have to win me back over, just like everyone else was trying to do. Relations fucking suck. God. I have never been the type to, if I had a past situation, ship, or a past relationship that has a girlfriend and I want him back, no. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not going to go out of my way to destroy a relationship. Just, I'm not selfish like that. I'm not. I'm not a selfish person at all. I do shit for people over and over and over and over and over. I never pick myself. And maybe that's why I feel so fucking empty and like, I'm a people pleaser. I am an empathetic, like, I am not that selfish to take away a good thing just to make myself feel better. No. I haven't chosen anything to make myself feel better because it's going to ruin a relationship, ruin a friendship, ruin something in the middle of it. I'm not going to do that for myself. So it's like, yeah, he can experiment with this and see where it goes and everything like that. Whatever. Um, and he stole my headphones that were given to me by my dad, my water bottle, and probably my two JBL speakers that I was given too. So, and I have his mail, which is, I mean, they're fake IDs. They are fake IDs because he's too young. And he wants those back. And I'm like, I'm not fucking sending them. It's a felony. Hello, what? Um, but I can call him in for stealing my shit because he's been using them. And I have evidence. Me as a person, I'm going to screenshot, I'm going to fucking do anything in my power to make sure I have evidence because apparently I'm a liar and a manipulator and all of this stuff. No, I'm not. I just have the information and I don't show you the evidence because then I know you know that you fucked up and you have to have someone take the post down or delete the text or whatever. So, yeah, I have evidence. I have a lot of things. Now it's starting to get a little bit dark in here. Don't mind me. Severely hungover today. Ow. Um, Lost a couple eyelashes if you can't see. Sunburnt. Yeah. But yeah, no. If I wanted to be selfish and mean, like everyone says I am, and I'm just like my mom, then yeah, I can call that shit in for theft. I can do a lot of things to ruin his life, and I'm not going to. Because what's the point? What is the point of being mean? I am nice until you say something bad about my family, my friends, even my fucking dogs. I have 2 dogs, by the way. And then I'm getting a third, so 2 weeks and 2 days is when I can go pick him up. But you start, like, so Fourier was saying that it's a good thing that my mom died, or like something along the lines of being happy that my mom died, and I slapped the shit out of him. I was like, "You do not say that." I said, "I know me and my mom weren't close before she passed. I know that we weren't close, but you do not talk shit about a dead person." No, no. So that's kind of what set off that breakup, I guess. Um, but yeah, no, I'm a very nice person. I will say things that are out of pocket. I am a loud person. Um, I used to be an energetic, happy, like chatty person. Now I'm just kind of like I'm hanging out with my friends whenever I can. I'm not trying to go out. If we have fun, we have fun. I just go to work, come back, sleep, drink. Do not do anything I'm doing. Um, I filmed the first episode of this podcast about a week ago. So it was after. It was about. No, it was a couple days after he had left. And, I was a very like, oh, I'm gonna wait for him. Like, I know he loves me, all of this stuff. Now, from like the level of disrespect, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna redo this episode. I said I'm not doing anything today. Um, Pause. People have asked me to come see them, men, and I'm not going to because why would I do that? Why would I do that? Um, so it's like I'm a very different person. I hate fucking love. I hate relationships. I don't prey on other people's relationship downfalls. That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is when you break up with someone, you're not just, you know, leaving the person. You're not, it's not just like calling it quits. Like that was your person. You told them everything. You dreamed of marrying them and, growing old with them. You have experiences that you guys went through together that no one knew. You have like there's a side of you that no one ever knew. So it's like you're not just leaving a person, you're leaving your person. Like it's not that simple as it seems. Everyone's just like, "Oh, get over it. You weren't together that long." Or no. You do not have to get over it. No one is asking you to get over it. And if you're a person that if they do something to disrespect you after the breakup, then you want to let go of them, that's fine. That's you. With me, I want to be there for almost forever as a friend because I told him that I'd always be there for him. I made that promise. He promised me a bunch of things and broke all of them. But I promised him that I would be there for him whenever he needed and to be there to support him and to celebrate him. And I'm doing that. That's just kind of the person I am. Like, even if like I fall out with a friend, I'm always like further down the road, if we're not talking or whatever, I'm gonna reach out and say, hey, how's life? How are you doing? Like, we should catch up sometime. Like, I know that this and this was happening. Like, how'd that go? Like, I'm a person that I want to still be in your life in any way I can. So it's like at this point in my life, I don't want him back as a boyfriend because I'm done with relationships. I'm done with being in love and everything. I mean, my main TikTok will say otherwise. I There's a TikTok where it's like I miss being in love, which I do. I miss being in love with him because he treated me so much better than any other guy. And there's something that I'm missing because apparently this was my fault and everything like that, but we're not going to get into that. But I don't want to fall in love with someone else. I don't want to start a life with someone else. Like, and I keep seeing this quote on TikTok where it's like, the chapter, where did it go? It was like, if the two authors have grown, a chapter doesn't have to be over, a story doesn't have to be over, we can rewrite another one or something. And it's like, a part of me believes in that, but if he's gonna still be around with this fuck ass friend and making these dumb decisions, then obviously it's never gonna happen. And like I told him, I sent him like a video one day because he refused to phone call, which kill me now. I was like, I will probably just grow old as the crazy animal person because I love animals. I have a cat. I have two, almost three dogs. I want horses. I'm just a big animal lover because they don't leave. They look at you with love and only love in their eyes. Like, I have a picture of my dog Tatum sitting there just like pupils wide, like just full of love looking at me. And I'm like, this will never a guy will never do that to me. He may for a little bit, but he's gonna leave. Everyone fucking leaves. Everyone dies. Everyone leaves or dies. That's my life. Everyone leaves or dies. So it's like, well, I'd rather have my heart broke by an animal passing away when I know that they have loved me and they don't want to go versus being with a man who leads me on and will leave me questioning myself, my life, my everything. Because I'm in this stage of my life where I'm not fucking around looking for some part-time relationship and calling it good. Like, no, I'm looking at my life where it's like I'm looking to settle down and that's what was with him. It was him. It will always be him. And this is not me being obsessed or crazy or anything like that. I'm genuinely in love with him. I've never felt this way about anyone. Anyone. Even my 4-year ex was like, you guys, I was rooting for you guys. Like, you guys were like the perfect couple. I'm like, okay, well, thanks for telling me that. Anyway, so it's like everyone's confused and just wondering why he did the things that he did. And I'm like, don't ask me because I don't even know. Like, I get some different bullshit every day. I asked him, I guess. But I hope that you guys finish your beverages because I didn't, because I had a lot to get off my chest. But clips of this, clips that I choose, I guess, will be on TikTok, and then the full episode will be up on YouTube. Hi, Kiwi. And I don't know. It might just be like this is just a thing, and my friends support me on it. Maybe other people will start looking and just being like, "Oh my god, I'm going through the same thing," or being like, "Oh, I went through that. This is what I did." All I know is that this is giving me some sense of relief and explaining everything that I've that I'm going through right now, and I will take a deep dive into everything that I've been through and what I did to fix it, cope with it, forget about it. But for now, um I appreciate you listening, watching. Um And honestly, if you're going through anything, even if it's just like my school sucks, like I didn't do good on this test and I'm doubting myself. Like I'm honestly, this is just a way for me to be there for people and to help in any way that I can. So don't hesitate to reach out, like email me off of YouTube or DM me um on TikTok. Um but yeah, that is the end of the first episode. Just remember, there are going to be people that love you, and it's going to be your friends and your family. There's never always going to be some guy or some girl that's going to love you. And if you found that, good for you. I applaud you. I am so jealous of you. But for now, I'm going back to my ways of not giving a fuck about anything. Just go my routine of work, come home, weekends drink and hang out with my friends. Um, lead guys on, I guess. I don't know, because that's what I'm doing. Because I know I'm not gonna have the courage to hang out with him, because then I'm just gonna get sick and just be like, this feels like cheating. That getting with another person after the love of your life feels like cheating. It really does. But that's a story for a different time. Um, but anyway, till the next time, keep your beverages cold and ready to crack when the next episode comes out. Thank you guys. I hope you guys all had a safe 4th of July. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or the beginning of your day, whatever time you're watching this or listening to this. And I will chit chat with you later on the couch hour.